Podcast Redux. This time we're actually going to talk about urban legends.
That's
Let's start
cute.
with it, or maybe we won't. Let's start with the disclaimer. We're morons.
Warning, my dad and his friends are total idiots. Like they can barely wipe their own butts. Listening to them will only make you dumber. It's party time, baby.
All right, it's Friday. You ain't got no job. You ain't got shit to do. You can tell by the half bottle of Cavassier that's gone.
Where have
It's
we
time to
been?
eat some fish sandwiches.
You should know that when we say, well, not by we, when someone says
That's me. Yeah.
we'll be back in 10, means
Yes.
probably about half an hour because it took like a 15, 20-minute piss break. And then him and I have been talking about random shit for the last 20 minutes for no reason at all.
Well, based on 23andMe, I'm 9% black. So we're a little late sometimes. Whatever. Just part of my charm. Good at basketball. Good at basketball. Who's in the chat?
I don't know. Phil, though, says there's 3 people. One of them, I think, is me. I think one counts as me. So I'm technically watching.
Phil, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I was late.
You know who? We didn't get to see Phil last weekend. I kind of disappointed me.
I can't believe
Phil didn't show up. Herb didn't show up, and I thought he was gonna. Kyle Smith showed up for an hour and a half. Had some drinks.
Herb and I will text. We'll send songs about like dead dads and stuff. You know, he's part of the Dead Dad Army. If your dad has died, you're part of the Dead Dad Army, which I represent. No big deal. I also represent the A Cup Army.
Why do you forgive us? It should be the other way around, but we don't forgive you.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold a grudge for a little bit.
You probably had to work Saturday morning. You could immediately come over and hung out with us.
Yeah,
and still made it home, and we wouldn't have told anybody. You could have came in and stayed off camera, and we could have used a pseudonym for you.
Oh, good. You know? I like pseudonym in my coffee.
Yeah,
instead of sugar.
Tigers love pseudonym.
Pseudonym and tangent.
They hate pepper.
He said he was sorry for being late for the episode. Who? Do you have an assistant? Does Phil have an assistant?
Phil might be drunk.
Oh boy.
Who knows?
Phil McCracken.
I don't know.
Anyways, it would have been great to see you because I think the last time we saw each other was at the meat raffle, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Where at the end of the meat raffle, I think I had 28 6-ounce cups of empties.
And you bought all the sticks with the clothespins on them.
Didn't know. I didn't know how things go at meat raffles. Whatever.
I will buy all of them. Well, what if I will buy all of them?
Shut up, peasant.
Whatever, dude.
I thought they got me something. They did not get you anything.
No, they just got you less money. But it was for a good cause. That's all that mattered.
Sure. I like, donating to things that make no sense sometimes, you know?
Hey, whatever, man.
Yeah. But before we get on a tangent of why Phil never hangs out or why Herb, for some reason, is always locked in some goddamn closet like an abused child.
He does not leave the area around his house except for go to work, much less go anywhere else and socialize with.
He did meet us at Vinny's on
a million years ago, that at the Kentucky Derby Day, right?
Kentucky Derby, yeah. Only to now every Kentucky Derby puts a picture of me with my eyes glazed the fuck over, like a fucking extra in a Peter North film. That was hard for me to say. Peter North film.
We were drunk that day.
Fuck off, we were. And we had I had the Dumb and Dumber suit on, right?
Yeah.
Which I don't know where that went. It's probably in your house somewhere still.
It might be in a fucking box in my living room somewhere.
Chris's box of shit. It's Mark
I
Cleveland.
gave you most of it back last weekend. Your cooler, your thermos. There's a random monster in my fridge.
I didn't get the monster, did I?
Yes, we drank him at Vinny's.
Oh, cool. All right.
I put it behind the bar, and Donna kept it cold. And then after the show, we cleaned up and I went to the bar, and I got my 5 hour, and you drank your monster.
So my brain, you like to think that you're going to be sharp as a tack for the rest of your life, right?
Not happening, man.
My brain used to have a shelf life of, let's say, 17, 18 drinks. I will remember everything for 17, 18 drinks. I think it's down to 4 at this point.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to say that my brain is less capable than it was before. I will say I think my brain has developed trust in my body to just
help it along.
Yeah.
I need a crutch.
Yeah, my brain no longer needs to fucking walk me through the crowd. My brain's just like, he's got it, I think. Then you end up in goddamn jail.
Just like tonight when you told that story about us being downtown and our wives being there. I'm like, I don't remember that night at all. Like, not one bit.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a sec. Jack Devine's like, yeah, we went and saw Sarah in fucking Hamburg the one night. No, downtown, dude. I'm like, what?
I do remember.
Chris is like, I was there. I remember. I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
I remember 90% of Saturday. I don't remember drinking the monster.
Yep. I remember you.
I remember 90% of that day, which is good for me.
Because your goal was
to remember the show.
Wanted to remember the Crusher show, and that was it.
Yeah.
Everything up until 9 o'clock could be a blur. From 9:30 till 11, you wanted to make sure you remembered it.
Cousin Brenda.
What's up, Cousin Brenda? From texts. Nothing but steers and queers.
I didn't see no horns on you, Brenda. You must be a queer. But hey, Brenda, even though you're queer, we accept you. We're an all-inclusive show.
Welcome into the trust circle.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I wish there was some sort of test where they could look at your brain matter and go like, all right, man, you need to slow it down a little bit.
This gentleman's brain is basically made up of the McDonald's Happy Meal Play-Doh that has been left out in the Arizona sun for 5 days.
There we go. Good callback from our conversation that no one heard.
That took place just before we came back. You're welcome for that.
I think, I think the inside of my head looks like when Gremlins 2 took over the bar. It's like the hot girls just swinging from the fucking lights. It's just a pile of shit. I don't know. But whatever.
Yeah.
I think at this point, too, my brain goes, hey, I've been around you long enough to know that there's some things that you just don't want to remember. So I'm going to go ahead and fucking flashlight you.
Yeah, I'm going to fucking Men in Black. Yeah. Bing. I just want to throw this right at you right now. It is midnight Eastern Standard Time, roughly, maybe a few minutes after.
Anytime you tell the time, you're drunk.
There's 7 or 8 people watching right now.
Yes.
Which is, I don't know who you are.
That's pretty good.
Brenda and Phil, though. I don't know who other people are. Me. So there's 5 or 6 more of you guys out there. We appreciate you for checking back because I know you want to find out if we're actually going to stay on topic. And it's been 8 minutes and 45 seconds and nope. Off to Hammeredville we go.
Well, I mean, we're fine. We got a whole hour. Ryan has now checked.
What's up, Haz?
Dude, can I just tell you? So Ryan shows up after the lacrosse alumni thing, which I've missed for the 19th fucking time in a row.
I'll be there.
And he shows up
19 times.
And he gets me a fucking Under Armour jersey of my college with my fucking number on it.
Yeah, that was dope.
That's big time.
Yeah.
That's big time. A segue just a little bit, Daryl. Can I, if I must?
Hang on.
If I may.
Get a little comfortable here. Okay.
Ryan,
segue away.
When Entourage was at its height, Ryan and I lived in a house, and Ryan looks like E. A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
E vibe to him,
Yeah.
I'm obviously a movie star.
He's a little bit taller, though.
Whatever. I mean, Hollywood always fucking...
Yeah, the camera. a couple
I'm
inches.
obviously a
It
movie
takes
star.
a few inches away or adds pounds, whatever it does.
We would walk into places like we were fucking E and fucking Vinny Chase. And we had our own little bars that we went to. We would pass the lines. We had a whole thing. It was great. And so I'm watching Entourage about, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, right? Maybe. And I'm like, fuck. It's cool to know that we got past all that bullshit. And Ryan's just a great fucking friend. Like,
He is.
Like you could like fit the mold, or like, hey, he's like that guy in the character, and I'm like this other guy. No, Ryan is fucking mint, and he shows up, and he's cute, and I fingered his butt a little bit, and
yeah, our hugs got a little
no,
invasive.
You don't even kind of hug Ryan. You hug him, you know. And you pick him up.
There's like an extra U or two in hug.
I picked Ryan up and I tucked his little feet into my pockets. And I just wanted to be safe, you know. And but he got me a fucking awesome.
You're in the trust tree now.
I'm gonna put it in a fucking frame. I mean, it's great. Not the right colors. Not your problem, Ryan. But I don't know why they switch colors to be exactly like Canisius, which is fucking an atrocity. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And you used it correctly too.
Thank you. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have fucking like we were red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. Not red, white, and blue. Racist. And then they were like, hey, we should be exactly like Canisius, adopt Canisius colors. But that jersey is fucking awesome. Thank you so goddamn much. I appreciate you. I love him. Cheers, Ryan.
Has good peeps, man. Has good peeps.
Cheers, Ryan.
I just think 10 short months we'll be golfing again.
Oh my God.
Enjoy.
I mean, if I'm going to say anything, it would be that, love you too. Obviously, Ryan and I were the best players on the team this year.
It was pretty much all four of us golfed our tits off and played well. We went from a DNF last year to what, T6, T4, whatever.
I think 4.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah. I think I'm obviously most improved.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I really gave a concerted effort to work on the short game.
A what?
Concerted effort to work on the short
game. Say that one more time.
Concerted effort.
Concerted?
Yes.
That's not a word. Concerted is. Concerned, I don't think is. Concerned. Actually, right. I think he was taller than you. I think that's what I was trying to say.
Oh shit! It's concerted.
Yes, dude, with a T.
All right, I'm 1-1.
Huh? Right.
On words today.
1-1 on words. How'd you do on words today? I was 1-1, man. It's 500.
Also, he was in The Notebook. Great movie. But yeah, it was awesome seeing everybody. Anyways, Ryan, right now we're going to talk about urban legends. Not to be confused with Dan Erb, who legendly would never show up to any bar ever that I'm at and never wants to hang out.
And we can't, and not to be confused with Legend Sports Bar, which is in Ryan Hasenauer's basement.
Not to be confused with Legends in downtown Raleigh, which is a gay bar. Allegedly.
Not to be confused with the movie Legends of the Fall.
Oh, I can't go past that. I can't.
Not to be confused with the Will Smith movie I Am Legend. Also, not to be confused with the R&B singer John Legend. What the fuck just happened? My brain just fucking exploded.
I think someone's on coke. I think it's you.
How all those things just came to me and I was able to keep that train going.
I'm not only talking a lot, but I'm losing weight at the same time. Thanks, Coke. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. So yeah, urban legends. Well, I think like for what I'd like to do, and this is our going on, I think 3rd year. I don't know. It's been a while. For every year for Halloween, I think we should really get into the, what is it? Is it called the macabre? 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 Macabre?
It might be pronounced macabre.
Why do I say it like Dr. Evil? In macabre.
Yeah, but I think
Macabre.
I think it's spelled that way, but it's enunciated the way you said it. I think
it's spelled like macrobee.
Yeah,
but it's macabre.
Okay.
Macabre.
Carry on.
Macabre. Like my cat. No, so I thought it'd be fun to talk about urban legends. So since Daryl, for the first time in our show's history,
Wrong.
has
Last weekend I was prepared. I had my sack of balls.
You did have
and
a great
of course
sack of
the ones that got picked were the
11 was crushing it.
Yeah. Like fuck. Wow, there's a way. I have so many better ones in there.
So because you're so prepared, I will yield to you. I will give you the scepter of speak. Give me your first urban legend.
The first one was the one that you threw at me when we were discussing things.
Can we define urban legends real quick?
Yeah.
Is it this?
Sure.
An urban legend is a humorous or horrific story or piece of information circulated as though true, especially one purporting, God, that's a good word, to involve someone vaguely related or known to the teller. What?
People that have like a firsthand.
Yes.
I don't want to say knowledge or experience with those sort of things. I liked how it is also one of the terms in there was humorous because, again, as I Googled urban legend and went through the list and read a bunch of them, some of them were just so outlandish they were hilarious.
Yeah, some are outright ridiculous.
Wow. Yeah, but the one that I know you wanted to talk to about was the Skinwalkers.
Yeah,
I didn't delve into it too much.
Nope, Tom Brady. Skinwalker. Got it.
I can't read my own handwriting.
Okay. So this thing with I was listening to a podcast with Rogan and Anthony Kiedis from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And I don't know what's true or what's not. I think that the more open you are to like life and nature and all this shit, I think the more that the world shows you. I think a lot of times it's easy to be on your phone or I got to go from here to here, work for your job. You fucking get condensed down to this rock that can't be open to anything. I think when you look at like Native American culture, Native American tribes, Native American lore, I think they were underneath the stars and they were open to everything. They believed that every tree had a soul.
And those values and those stories stayed with that culture.
Yes.
Those things were not expressed in any other nationality, culture, anything like that. If it was Native American, Navajo, whatever, it was theirs. They owned it. Nobody else did that. It's like Chavez going to the spirit world.
Jose Chavez.
Yeah.
I watched a great movie called When We Were Soldiers with Mel Gibson. A great movie. You never seen it or no?
No.
Recommend it. And in it, they talk about how he's trying to get this group of infantry people to believe that they're all one family.
Yeah.
And I think Crazy Horse, his tribe, whatever it was, I want to say Patrick maybe
started a strip club.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. And he owns a gas station now. It's great.
Yeah. Cheapest gas on
no tax. But the thing was with them is thank you, right? So Phildo says, great movie. Every man or every boy fed from the breast of every woman. Hot. Every woman in the tribe was called mother.
Yeah.
Every elder was called grandfather, or whatever the Navajo word for it or Sioux word was for it. So they kind of developed this culture of that. It's not me fighting for just my family. It's me fighting for everybody, which made them the best warring culture. I think it's kind of strange that we've moved past this shit where, you start seeing this shit with like Navajo fucking skinwalkers, and like, why isn't that even a thing anymore? Like this thing that was probably a thing for as long as like we've been a like actual society. It's kind of strange to think that we've gotten past that. So the Navajo skinwalker is like one of those things where like there's so much history and lore behind it. It's not like some fucking white trash asshole in a broke down truck seeing Bigfoot. It's like, no, this is a thing. This is an actual part of their culture. Or like Kokopelli, the Kokopelli is like this Native American thing of like kidding around and never took anything seriously. There's certain parts of that culture that just like stick out where you're like, well, yeah, of course, some people should just be comedians. Some people should just do this. And also, this fucking skinwalker scares the fuck out of me. Go ahead.
That was one of the things too, is like I had it as the Navajo legend, and the Navajos don't talk much about it with outsiders. It's stuck in their culture. This is something that I'm probably going to use this word. I don't know if it really applies to Navajos, but abuelo is, I think, is like your grandmother or something in Spanish.
Okay, abuelo, yeah.
It stays there.
¿Dónde está aquí abuelo?
This is something that was told to the elders, and they told it to their children, and it just gets passed down. And it's culture, and it is their history, and this is a real thing with the Navajos are skinwalkers. Yes. Apparently it's a witch at some point that turns into or possesses the body of an animal, and who knows what that animal is, what spirit it turns into, but it's wild. But that is their culture, and this story will be passed down until there's no more Native Americans, until they
it's like
I'm just saying, yeah.
So in the Navajo culture, the skinwalker is a type of harmful witch, who has the ability to turn into, possess, or disguise themselves as animals.
Okay.
This witch is called I'm not gonna do that, by the Navajo, which translates to "with it he goes on all fours," which is a fucking great thing. You could take this thing, Yi Nadolushi, and go, and the name is
it's not a douche.
Yeah,
right.
Ye shall douche. With it, he goes on all fours. He's just one of several types of Navajo witches and is considered the most volatile and dangerous. For the Navajo people, witchcraft is just another part of their spirituality and is one of the ways of their lives. As such, witchcraft has long been part of their culture, history, and traditions. Witches exist alongside humans and are not supernaturals. So, can you imagine?
But something like that? I mean, just think about like when you see a bear. We all know that bears walk on 4 feet. Lumber through the woods, walking, whatever.
Listen, yeah, I've seen Skinwalker Ranch.
Skinwalker Ranch up on 2 feet and starts doing human type shit. It's fucking weird. Whether it's a bear, whether it's a dog, whether it's fucking Bigfoot, any of this shit. Once it goes from its normal, I'm on 4 feet, and it stands up and starts walking around, looking like, I'm like, that's when the hair starts to stand up in the back of your neck. You're like, you shouldn't be doing that, but you did. Now I'm really scared.
So, like Native American.
I'm going to tell my
abuelo. Abuelo, ¿dónde es abuelo un baño?
Dora the Explorer for fucking adults.
So
this is your free, really shitty version of Babel right now.
Skinwalker Ranch is a really fucked up thing. They got a lot of weird shit going on, but whatever. And part of it, Kristen, is that the thing you're talking about? Skinwalker Ranch?
Skinwalker Canyon Ranch episode of Ghost Adventures. Yeah, dude.
I'm not gonna believe like that some bridge, and I have this thing on a bridge. I'm not gonna believe that you park on some bridge, turn your lights off, and you see a dead couple that went over the bridge like fucking Beetlejuice, and then
Thelma and Louise.
Yeah, I'll believe like a Navajo culture that was around for fucking eons, that could map the fucking stars, that knew which way the fucking buffalo were going to go. I'll
this shit
believe
was
that.
documented. I mean, it's been there. We all know.
I'll believe witches in that culture for fucking sure. The scariest thing that I think we looked at, well, independently, because we never talk. I think the scariest thing ever is the goddamn fucking like this shit. Like, can you imagine like this skinwalker that could take or possess and become anything? But these people also dealt with their whole life was around the herds, navigating like wolves and shit like that, and just animals in general. That scares me more than anything.
You walk out of your teepee at night while there's a full moon. This motherfucker is gonna eat your babies, you know? And that was the thing. It's been drilled into them, and they keep drilling in their children and their children in church. And it's never going away.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it. I mean, it's great. It's the great thing about this too is like anything that's got to do with the Navajos and the Indians and all that shit, that is ingrained in them, and they firmly fucking believe in this stuff. And they will tell you this is fucking real. And you go out after night, dark, you're gonna die.
Yeah,
this thing will fucking eat you.
But also too, like they also dealt with like they're a mammal tracking other mammals, while other mammals are tracking other mammals. So like you're following, let's say, a herd of whatever it is, bison, elk, whatever it is, and then there's like also wolves and coyotes and bears. So it's kind of easy to see how like maybe it's an urban legend. It's kind of weird to say like anything Native American or primitive is an urban thing, right?
Yeah,
It's like was it called like a misnomer?
Yeah.
But like,
dude, thanks for tuning in to Dolts Podcast. So many big words, so many great definitions, and so many of those things used properly.
I know, right? We're crushing it. It's kind of crazy to think that I don't know. If you're tracking and you're dealing with like you're a predator, but you're also dealing with apex predators like grizzlies and wolves and coyotes and whatever the fuck it is. It's easy to say that you would vilify. Another good word. Thank you. I know. I'm going to give you a good word boner tonight.
Score at home, man. Scrabble.
Kid's crushing it. The kid is crushing it. But you would vilify or even like make into a witch other animals for the right to get to what you want to get to. Yeah. You know, like, you're out and you're tracking and all of a sudden you see this thing that's crazy. You go, no, that's a skinwalker. But the idea that a spirit could occupy and change the temperament of something that is an apex predator is fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, that's not Bigfoot. That's no, this coyote is sentient.
Bigfoot's literally just hanging out in the woods looking for beef jerky and, tossing motherfuckers around. That's all.
A coyote trying to catch the roadrunner.
Yeah. Exactly that.
We all been there.
Yeah.
Is there anything better than showing your kids fucking Wile E. Coyote? My son laughs at nothing harder than this stupid fucker trying to light a missile. Yeah. Trying to catch a fucking skinwalker.
In broad daylight too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I started looking at urban legends. The only thing that I would actually even agree on, or even say that's kind of plausible, is like anything Native American. Yeah. These people have recorded history well beyond our recorded history. So who the fuck are we to say that doesn't exist?
And I'm telling you, if you sit down with one of them and listen to this story, how invested they are, which gets you invested. And honestly, after that, you are looking over your shoulders every step you take.
Yes.
That is now your culture. You are now part of that history. You now are afraid of skinwalkers, even though 20 minutes earlier you've never fucking heard of them. You wouldn't know one if it walked in front of you.
I mean,
But
before
now
I even looked at it, I thought a skinwalker would be a guy that doesn't wear a condom.
I think he.
So by definition, I'm a skinwalker.
Yeah.
Put a fucking rubber on? Nah, baby, I'm a skinwalker. Yeah, that's just weird. That shit is weird. I got there's some weird things too, like Alabama Hell's Gate Bridge. Let me see if I can
I saw something real quick about man, it's on the East Coast here. I don't know if it's in Pennsylvania. It's 7 Gates of Hell.
Yeah.
I think it's in Pennsylvania or something. And then if you walk through these gates, which are in the middle of fucking nowhere, woods, whatever, and you happen to walk through all 7 of them, you instantly are going to hell. There's no chance, no matter how much you go to church or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if you're a church going folk and believe in the fake man with the beard and the sandals up in the sky, first off, you're not walking through the 7 gates of hell.
Sure.
But if you're kind of on the fence and you're trying to be a good person, whatever, you're like, hey, we heard about these fucking gates. You should check them out. And you walk through them. Well, I guess you're going to hell. I think that's what that was about.
I think a lot of urban legends are made up because of like hillbillies were cheating. So like this one, right? Alabama, Hell's Gate Bridge. The generally accepted story of Hell's Gate Bridge starts in the 1950s. Okay? Infidelity. You couldn't just get a divorce. 1950s.
The bunch of these I looked up, all this shit started in the 50s or 60s.
Yeah, because everyone wanted to fuck everybody else, but you couldn't get a divorce.
Lots of drugs.
Okay. Well, no, I would say drugs started 65, whatever.
50s, 60s. Go on.
So the legend says that a young couple driving over a bridge somehow just, hey, bang a right at the fucking bridge. Like Beetlejuice, drove their car off a bridge one night and they both drowned. Okay? Acceptable. There's a bridge. People drive off of it. Whatever.
They're having an argument. She grabs the wheel.
Maybe she's Asian. They can't drive. Whatever. Banned from Facebook. So there's 2 legends associated with Hell's Gate Bridge. One.
2 legends what?
2 legends associated with Hell's Gate Bridge. You know I can't talk. You don't have a fat tongue.
I just wanted to make sure I heard it right, brother.
One. That if you drive your car out in the middle of the bridge and turn off the lights of your car, the couple will magically appear.
Oh, I heard about this, yeah.
Here's where it comes where I think everyone's covering up infidelity. Number 2.
This was part of the conversation we had before the first show when we were going to talk about this, but we never did.
2, magically a wet spot will appear on your seat. So
wait, did you just add that, or is that something you read?
It's in the article right here.
Dude, I can't see that. It's this fucking big.
The couple will magically appear in your car and leave a wet spot on your seat. It's just covering up cheating.
You're out with your side piece, finger banging her. She leaves a wet spot on your seat. What happened? Oh,
hey,
I was on Hell's Gate Bridge, man.
I was on Hell's Gate
Bridge.
The
fucking people came out of the water and sat in my seat. That's why it's wet.
I had engine problems. You know this thing's fucking idling hot. And you start saying all guide technical jargon. You know she's idling hot.
Yeah. You can't keep the RPMs below 3, and Jesus Christ, the sea heaters are on all the time, and
magically
tuna in here.
There's a wet spot in my seat. It smells like fucking hot, like someone microwave fucking albacore tuna. I think most urban legends are to cover up fucking cheating. That's just me. Call me old fashioned.
Why did that ever fucking go left?
I just think whatever. Hey, no, I was on this road and I parked my car and I put it in neutral and I started going up the hill. Up the hill.
There's one of those here.
There's a bunch of them. Yeah.
It's by Alfred, I think.
And I'm not going to discount the fact that probably the world's weird. No one gets it. we're on a fucking spinning rock going through goddamn space.
Dude,
right now, we're in the middle of
is it a flat rock like when you skip?
No, it's a round rock.
It's round. Okay.
It's oblong, really. And we're going right now. If you go outside tonight, we're part of like the biggest meteor shower of the year. Right.
How do we see it if we're spinning at like 27,000 miles an hour? How do we see these things?
How do you see meteor showers?
Yeah. How do we see things if we're going around at 27,000 miles an hour?
Well, they come into our atmosphere, Daryl, and then they.
Oh, okay. So they're spinning just as fast as we are.
Yeah, we all spinning.
Okay.
Yeah, we're like what's that?
We got to have a conspiracy theorist on the show someday.
We're on a fantastic voyage. Yeah, we got spinning. They spinning. So we all spinning.
All right.
So right now, if you walk outside and you look up at the sky, which I will tonight when I piss hard,
and if you see a shooting star or a meteor shower,
you dump out.
It tells you to dump out.
But can I tell you a story?
Oh God, we're never gonna get through this episode. You know this, right?
What am I doing right now? I'm on a Segway.
I was gonna say rocking horse. I didn't know really what that was. Are you on the little spaceship outside of Ames, and your mom's firing quarters into
it? So, I forgot. Go ahead.
You're welcome, everyone.
No, we're in the Perseid or something else meteor shower right now. So twice a year, the Earth goes through this place where meteors. We're actually traveling through a meteor belt. So it's not like meteors are attacking Earth. The Earth is going to a place where it's just shit, and then we go, it's fine, and then there's shit. NASA doesn't track that shit. So there's no chance if there's a fucking world ender that NASA goes, hey, we've seen it for a while. We're going to send Bruce Willis up with his fucking mining team. Bruce Willis is going to fucking drill down deep, rip the patch off Ben Affleck, say, give it to my daughter, and fucking whatever. It's by chance. It's called the Cosmic Shooting Gallery. Graham Hancock says that. So right now, if you go outside tonight and you're taking a hard piss and you look up the stars.
I just did.
And you will see some fucking legit meteors. Like legit.
I did it.
Well, I know. Well, the meteors where you live are called bullets.
I was going to say there's a tracer rounds.
Yeah. Have you ever seen like 13 Hours? That's what that's the meteor showers by Daryl.
Kind of my house.
Yeah, we're in a fucking cosmic shooting gallery. That's what Graham Hancock says. And NASA is like 30 years behind. These closed captions are magical. You're welcome.
Yo, Kristen, it was so funny the first time they started popping up.
We didn't know.
I'm watching it here too because all the comments that show up on our computers aren't all the ones that show up on Facebook and whatever, vice versa. So one time we were just going on and I'm watching I'm like, dude, we got closed captioning. There are so many asterisks. So we just started swearing even more and more and more. It was just a line of them. And the closed captions here, hilarious. You know what would be the best thing? It's we could get an interpreter.
Oh, yeah. I love the fact. Okay, can you imagine how shitty it is to be, and not to be political, but
Joe Biden's interpreter?
Yeah, I know. You just do this because it just doesn't make any sense. He's just not me standing outside looking at.
I'm churning my oatmeal because that's literally what he is.
Well, okay, so
all right,
McGee 93.
Huh?
Okay, right the ship. Look out. The key with like finding meteors is to not look everywhere. You got to look somewhere. You got to like find a spot, and sooner or later you're going to see it. We're in a. Hi, Keegan. I love you. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry for disappointing you. I've been drinking for like 9 hours.
I don't know who.
Keegan's awesome.
Yeah, those don't show up in the Facebook thread because they're coming from somewhere else.
Oh, He's on YouTube. Okay.
He's on an airplane.
Yeah, no, he's seeing.
Oh, he sees an airplane.
I love you too. Yeah, so if you're watching in the sky, you'll see some fucking awesome meteors. It's great. Okay, cool. It's great. But any one of those, yes, Daryl, go ahead.
What does this have to do with an urban legend?
It doesn't.
We're 40 minutes in and we talked about one.
Go with your next one. Go ahead. Next one.
Oh yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna pronounce this right.
It's called Blacks. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Keegan. Keegan, what's crazy about this area is that every man around here knows what north or south or east or west is. I can't tell you. If you go, are you north of Carbondale or south? I don't know.
Chupacabra. You
did it good. Good job.
Yeah. I actually segregated the words so I could enunciate it properly, because if you put it together, I would have fucking murdered that.
You segregated the words.
Separated?
Yes, thank you. So you put the dark words to the right.
Fuck, I'm in the same category as Joe Biden right now. Fucking oatmeal.
You know what? When things get too hard, I segregate the words. I put all the black ones over here, all the white ones over here. Did you put all your black words over the tracks?
I did write in black pen, and I don't like writing in black pen. I like blue pen, but there was no blue pen in the house.
I like a good black pen.
Yeah.
You know why?
Apparently, so does my wife.
Great at basketball.
Yeah.
No, it's weird. Chupacabra. Go ahead. Yeah. What's the legend behind Chup? Well, as we say in our native language, Chupacabra.
I don't know. I just like blue better. I really do. I mean, the black pen wrote well. It executed properly. Mm-hmm. It didn't let me down. It's just, I don't know. I think blue looks better on paper. My bad. Sorry. Fuck.
Blue looks better on what? What color paper, Daryl?
It is
this guy.
How do you Blanco? Let's just stick to Mexican words, because hopefully our audience will not pick up on this and cancel us.
Yeah.
But Chupacabra.
Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
No.
In Spanish, do you know what that means?
Chupra is big, cabra is vagina.
Yes. Big fat pussy is what it means.
Yes.
So you should be scared of them. Yeah.
No, I love them. I accept them.
It means goat sucker in Spanish.
Really?
Yes.
So the chupacabra, as we say in our native tongue,
yes,
it drinks the blood out of goats.
It just kills goats and feeds on them and whatever. But they say it's reptile like, possibly alien.
Okay.
But from its head right down to its spine, it has like a row of spines, kind of like what is that? Stegosaurus, kind of.
Okay.
That's a pretty good reference. I didn't write that down. I just came up with
great.
that.
Good job.
Cool. The origin is it's Puerto Rican and Latin American, and it started in the 70s. Like I said, all this shit started in 50s, 60s.
Again, drugs.
Yeah, I think is the root of all this, but whatever. And allegedly, the chupacabra has been sighted in the United States, like Maine, if I'm not mistaken. I think in Maine.
So your favorite chupacabra is Giselle. Yeah, so something that sucks the life out of something that could be of the goat.
I just Kristen, got the fucking reference, and that's
Kristen, you win.
A++.
You win tonight. That's great. Good
okay,
job
and that is all we have for tonight. We're done here.
And that's it.
Oh, fuck. That was well done, man. It took a second for me to put the fucking dots together.
I don't even know, Kristen, if you meant the fact that Tom Brady's the GOAT. Chupacabra. I don't know. That's too funny.
It's the only reason I would put with the,
that's too funny.
The Giselle comment.
That I know, but
it
that's too funny. No, it's too funny.
But
that's too funny.
My whole reading up on a chupacabra is, I think, and it has been reported that it could be wild dogs or coyotes because
sure.
Like you see coyotes when they get fucking ready to kill and shit, their hair stands up in the back of their neck, creates like a spine kind of looking.
Sure.
And they get
if they had mange,
yes,
they had no hair. Yeah, okay.
Or the fact there was too much peyote involved, and they're in the spirit world and see a fucking dog and think it's a fucking chupacabra.
Also, Puerto Ricans kind of look black, whatever, kind of racist. Whatever. They kind of do.
Keegan, I mean, I don't want to upset you too much, but I have
upset.
Look, I have 3 black markers right on my board with. I don't hate the black markers or the pen. I just prefer the blue.
But the people he hates.
That couldn't be farther than the fucking truth. I have a black friend.
You guys know our test?
Never met the guy.
He's dude, though. Sweetheart. Yeah, no, I think, but again, like you're out on the plains, right? And you got goats, and then all of a sudden your goat is fucking drained of all its shit. Right?
Yeah.
That's kind of a thing. Right?
And what do you do? I mean, all right, so you have a herd of goats. You're a goat farmer. Sure. Hang on. Look. I caught up on my own fucking microphone. Another.
I wish it hung you.
This one's
How about
thicker,
how Titanic didn't sink? It was the
you're a goat farmer. You're a goat farmer.
I agree. That's not an urban legend. That's more of like a, what's the other one? Conspiracy theory.
Yes, that's for another day.
Yes. Keegan, if you ever want to come by and be on the show, I got multiple mics. You're more than welcome. We can discuss the Titanic sinking, which was how they started the World Bank. I get it. I've been down that rabbit hole, and I'm hitting subscribe on that shit. I am. I think things like are way more fucked up than we even fucking think about, right?
I think so too.
But no one's going to blame Sasquatch on the fact that we have inflation, right?
No, we're just
or like the fact that
oatmeal brain.
Sure, or the fact that the pipeline in Russia just magically blew up, right? So Russia's at a war with Ukraine. We're funding Ukraine, and then Russia's pipeline to the places that are kind of in our union just magically blew up.
Yeah.
You know, we got to be behind it. Not us. Yeah, conspiracy theory. Correct, Keegan. Correct. But I think the chupacabra, I think a lot of fucking things happen when you're out by yourself. You're alone. You're a goat herder.
Yeah, well, you're a goat farmer.
Yeah.
In Latin America, somewhere, you have a herd of 72 goats. What do goats do? You just let them out during the day. They just fucking eat everything. And you make sure they come back at night and they sleep in the barn or, in the fence or whatever. And so you don't have to do much. So what do you do to pass time? Your boys get a little peyote. Let's fucking go to the spirit world. Get a little crazy.
That's true.
So while you're in the spirit world and your mind is 4 planets over, a coyote with mange decides to get all hopped up. Maybe eats a certain weed. Looks a little funny. Okay. Fucking eats one of your goats.
Sure. Yeah.
You are in the spirit world and you're in your fucking $2 Walmart chair and you look over and you see the outline of a coyote, possibly with mange. They're kind of humped up. They're up all on fours. The hair standing up in their back of the neck. In the moonlight, it looks like a chupacabra.
Yeah. It looks like a lizard, but it's not a lizard.
Fucking alien dog just ate my fucking goat.
I will tell you this.
It's like Cheech and Chong, which is not even close to where I don't know why I was doing Cheech and Chong.
As a guy that has taken a lot of psychedelics, I will tell you that in most cases, when I've done it, this is my experience, I don't see things for what they could be. I see things as they are. Like everything becomes a lot more clear. But if you're seeing this fucking moonlit, hairless motherfucker,
has hair,
but chupacabra, does it suck the blood or does it just eat?
it just translates to goat sucker. I didn't really look into it. Like I said, I have bullet points. It's all I have. I have 3 pages of notes.
So one could say that
I'm
Giselle,
somewhat prepared.
Again, is a goat sucker.
You could.
Yes. Chupacabra is an excuse for people who fucked goats, didn't want people to know, so they killed them and blamed a wild, made-up animal. Yes, I think 90%. Keegan,
what is this? The fucking plot for Letterkenny? Allegedly.
Keegan, I believe that 90% of fucking urban legends are for guys fucking other things they shouldn't.
in by things they shouldn't, you mean women that are not their girlfriend or wife or and or also animals.
Yeah, allegedly. Where's our wet spot guy? Yeah. So again, back to Hell's Gate Bridge. Keegan, I don't know if you're here for this. If you drive your car out to the middle of the bridge and turn off the lights, a couple will magically appear in your car and leave a wet spot on the seat. The dude was just fucking. Chupacabra.
Yeah. I just fucking make up words. I mean, hey, it plays, so whatever.
I wanted to understand a little bit more of the origin of things, right? So I think werewolves are part of the culture, right?
What culture?
Our culture, they're part of everything. There'd be a wet spot in the seat.
Fucking werewolves.
Yeah, I know. Keegan, if I know anything about you, there's going to be a wet spot.
Get drunk and piss to bed. Fucking werewolves.
Yeah, I know, right? So I'm
going to reference this moment at 52 minutes into the second show on October 22nd now, that the next time I get really, really hammered and pissed to bed, it was definitely fucking werewolves.
Yeah, just blame the chupacabra or fucking... No, I took
What happened here? Fucking chupacabra werewolf. No,
I took the bed out to Hell's Gate Bridge, and that's why there's a wet spot, obviously. Yeah. No, so in Russia, there was this problem with wolves hunting people. And this is before you could have lit streets and whatever. Wolves were just hanging out in the fucking alleys going hey, the second we see some motherfucker, whatever. So that's where werewolves came from. It's kind of crazy. But then I saw this thing too. Then there's cultures that see what's going on and then they want to adopt.
Kid, I'm rooting for a stray bullet to come through my window right now.
Hold on. I need another nicotine patch because we only had 9 of them. I want to thank Justin he got me hooked on these goddamn fucking patches. Holy shit.
Oh, I'm really sure it has nothing to do with your fucking addictive personality. You can't say no to anything.
I'm fine. So you are in Russia. You're at a bar. Your girl's at the bar. And she's like, hey, come home. Let's go. It's gonna be fun. And then you're like, I'm going to stay here. You go home. I'll meet you home in a minute, which we've all been there, right? We've all been there.
I'll be home. I'm on my way.
Yeah. The good old hang,
I'm
right?
not.
Yeah. We're still 2 hours out from leaving, but we want them to know. We want them to be ready when we get home. Because we're gentlemen.
Yeah.
Don't hang around us idiots. Go home. Have some tea. Live your life. And then you get home and she's not there. So is she fucking somebody else?
Maybe. To Alabama Gates?
Maybe, right? Did she get eaten by wolves? Possibly. So what happens if you get home after you told your girl in Russia, not me or you, or not Keegan, obviously. You get home and she's not there.
Why can't he be in Russia?
Because he's black. They don't have any black Russians. So, sorry. I love how different people are.
I know we've been drinking, and I know it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I honestly didn't think it'd be that easy to walk you into that.
Yeah, I know.
Usually when I put the sticks over, you're like, "Hey,"
I'll tiptoe
and you
around this
throw a
bitch.
rock at it, and you're like, "Oh, there's a hole there. I'm not falling in that one." You fucking dove into.
Anywho, so
And
you
then
tell your
tried
girl to go.
way out of it.
You tell your girl to go. She's not there when you get home.
Fuck.
Now it's you're 3 hours away. 3 hours ago, you saw your bitch, girl, lady, friend. She's not there right now. Now, what happens when she shows up dead in the morning? Fucked up. Now, number one, you're the accomplice, right? Because your girl's dead. Right?
Yep.
Now, you could blame... There's wolf, not chupacabra. We're in Russia, bitch.
Oh,
You
that's
can
right.
blame... You could blame the fact that maybe she was... Maybe you caught her with some other dude. Maybe you stabbed them all. Maybe you threw them in an alley. Then you wake up and go, wolves, a man wolf, a werewolf. I think most urban legends are dudes trying to not get caught cheating or to not get caught
for their way out.
Yeah, there's no Russian banditos, Keegan. There's no Russian banditos. There's no.
They're straight up just mafia.
Yeah. But your girl leaves. She doesn't show up. You go find her. You maybe get pissed off. Maybe you kill her. You throw her in an alley. And then you blame the fucking werewolves. That werewolves, actually, the lore of werewolves goes way back to...
And if you do this in Russia...
If anyone wants to do research, look up werewolves Greek and just let me know what that is.
If you do this in Russia... You almost might have an out here because you want to know something that they have an abundance of in Russia that is actually kind of a problem.
White people. Oh, sorry.
Wild dogs.
Oh, yes.
They're packs of those.
Brata. Yes, that's is that the term for werewolf?
Bratislava? Me not going nowhere near Bratislava.
Bratva. Yeah. Yeah. So, are werewolves a problem?
In London?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. American Werewolf in London is one of the greatest movies of all time. Number two, I think... I
got to talk about this one. Fuck this one.
He's got pens. He's got fucking markers. I think werewolves were problem. I think wolves were a big problem in Russia. Especially at the time when the legend started. They didn't have indoor plumbing. Let's say you get done fucking, right? And she's got to go push the potential kids out because you don't have enough. She's got to squirt it out. She's got to walk out.
There's
to the
no
fucking
electricity,
outhouse.
so it's not like you can hook the shop back up.
She's got to walk outside.
Down the stairs.
Yeah, she's got to walk outside.
50-50.
You don't have a silly straw to suck to come out and spit it like a fucking...
It's like Euro trip when they walk through Bratislava and they're just throwing buckets of shit off the porch.
Yeah.
Just like that.
We're at there, but without lights. And then there's wolves.
Miami Vice, #1 new show.
But nobody would say obviously it hasn't been a wolf attack because there's boots, Daryl. There's boot prints in the snow. But a man wolf. I think that's where werewolves come from. I really do.
They were regular shoes, like Bruno Mali's shoes and shit.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uggs.
Your same shoes, your same shoe size. Shoe size. That's good. But she was mauled by a wolf.
Yeah.
Or she was fucking your best friend. You caught her and you fucking diced her up in an alley. And there's a wet spot in your car.
For no fucking reason. Love my sunroof open. You don't even have a sunroof.
He's like, yeah, but why does your car smell like someone put a fresh salmon in the seat?
In the middle of summer.
I went over this bridge in fucking Tallahassee.
Yeah, fucking sunlight just, like when you shine the magnifying glass on an ant, it was like that through my sunroof onto the salmon.
But then I saw this.
It smells like bad pussy and a wet mark.
4,000 years ago, bones show mysterious communities sacrificed and ate dogs just to become werewolves. So this is 4,000 years ago. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Now, again, like, let's say you're part
allegedly
of the
4,000 years ago wasn't all that long.
Allegedly. But yeah, I think most urban legends are covering up cheating. Go ahead. What do you got?
I got a couple fucked up ones.
Yeah, go ahead.
So there's an urban legend about a baby trade. You hear about this one?
A baby trade?
Train.
A baby train. No.
Sorry, my voice fucked up.
That's good.
So it's all started in Australia.
Okay.
I don't remember the year, but it wasn't all that long ago.
Baby trade, eh?
So there's this really small town in Australia. They have an abnormally high birth rate. Like, there's an explosion of children.
Okay. So like the basement of Michael Jackson's house.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And like, it got so overwhelming with people having babies. The hospitals were overrun. All the paperwork. It was just insane. So the government decides. Yes.
Yes.
So the government says, what the fuck's going on? So we're going to send this guy in a suit over to this little town, say, yo, poke around, figure out what the fuck's going on. He gets there, fucking kids everywhere.
Okay.
Everywhere. He's like, what the fuck is going on?
And for some reason, R. Kelly's there.
Yeah.
Just pissing on everybody. He's watering kids down like fucking fire hoses in Memphis, 1962.
There's no reason for a music studio, but R. Kelly has one, and he's there.
I believe I can fly.
I believe I can multiply.
Gotcha.
So this dude starts digging. Smart guy. He's like, all right.
Digging with a D.
There's a fucking... Oh my God, I hate my life right now. So there's a rail line that goes down the outside of town. And that's how they get their mail. That's mail and supplies come through there. Okay, cool. So the investigators there, spends a few days. Fucking train comes through.
Nice. That's a good train.
Middle of the morning.
Okay.
It's too early to get up for the day. So it fucks up your sleep. But it's too late for you to go back to sleep.
Okay. So we'll call it like 6:45 in the morning.
Yeah, maybe like 5:45. Okay.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
So what happens? You can't sleep. You and your wife.
You fuck. Gotcha. Okay.
They figured
I hate morning
out
sex, by the way.
That is what happened. This train woke everybody in town up. Everybody had nothing to do, and they start fucking. And guess what?
Really?
Baby explosion.
Okay.
Baby explosion.
So what's the urban legend behind that?
Nobody could figure out why there's so many fucking kids in that town until the government showed up.
So you're saying there's an urban legend,
Just look it up. Horn. Literally look it up. It's called the baby train. They couldn't figure it out. They couldn't. Like I said,
where was
hospital?
Australia?
Somewhere in Australia. Yeah, I didn't get the name of the town.
So what? Australia is probably what? 90.
It's like the size of Texas.
90-10 white people, right?
I don't know. I've never been.
Because they've been fucking up like.
Aren't they under British rule?
They were. For all for all the assholes that go like America did atrocities to people of color, and then Australia is like this one thing is like, no, we're fucking equal. They did the worst fucking things possible to the Aborigines, right? Is that what they're called, right?
I think so. Yeah, down there. Yeah,
the guys,
Aborigines.
Woo, those guys, woo, not woo, not woo, but like woo.
But yeah, this whole thing happened because hospitals got overrun. Paperwork started piling in, and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" And this one dude figured this all out.
He's like,
that it was because of that goddamn train, and he's like, it just fucked up everybody's sleep pattern. And it's like you can't go back to sleep. It's a perfect time in the morning that it just fucked everything up.
Yeah.
So you're up. What's up? Well, we might as well bang. And there's just an absolute. Everybody got pregnant. Everybody.
I can't stand morning sex.
Yeah.
This is why I'm not Australian, obviously. I hate it. I think if you come in the morning, there's nothing else to do for the day.
You peaked.
Like your whole day.
6 a.m. I fucking top of the ladder.
Yeah, your whole day is to like earn a good sex, good drop, good load, go to sleep. 5:45 loads. Bro, I don't know if I'm doing anything.
Yeah. Shot. What else do I want to do? I've accomplished everything I needed to do for the day by 6 a.m.
Are you a morning fucker?
I don't give a fuck. I'll bang whenever.
I just think like
it was go time tonight, but somebody's snoring on the couch, and I'm not gonna fight that battle.
Yeah, no, I think the old morning sex sometimes it's okay. You're on vacation.
That's different. Vacation sex.
But if we're gonna fuck in the morning, it better be fucking Saturday where I don't have fucking anything to do. Like I'm gonna come, maybe put Goonies on, and that's it. That's my day.
Go watch football.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no expectations.
Yeah.
If you want me to solve the fucking world's problems, you better hold that load in until fucking 11:30 at night.
You better wait till the stroke of midnight.
Like we all know, Winston Churchill, who beat the fucking Germans, didn't come at noon.
No.
We know that. No. Number one,
he saved that up all day.
He had whiskey dick by fucking 10 o'clock in the morning. And then you get fucking whiskey confidence dick at like 11:30 at night. And you just pound, you come, you go to sleep, you wake up, cigar, bam, rinse and repeat. This is probably why Australia is, have they ever had a fucking space program? Nope. No. Because have they ever docked? Nope. You know why, Daryl?
Yo.
Because they're fucking in the morning.
The other day on Twitter, somebody was trying to say doxing about, and they said docking, and this dude fired off the absolute most murderous retweet ever, and I lost my shit. He's like, you need to get a dictionary and look that shit up. And he called him like homophobia and all this other stuff. And the way this guy worded it, it was incredible. I laughed so fucking hard. I can't believe I didn't screenshot it and send it to you.
I wish Keegan was still here. I think he might have left, which is I give him like all the credit for hanging out as long as he did. But
with you, yeah.
Yes, I wouldn't.
Hey, did you hear about the urban legend about Phil Collins?
No.
And his song in the air tonight?
Yes, please go into that, please.
Yeah. So
it's not true, is it?
That's why it's an urban legend, motherfucker. Nobody knows. I think I broke my sunglasses again. Oh, his fucking daughter's got to do better. She does shitty work.
Well,
so he wrote that song in what? 61. The song
61?
Yeah, January 61 he wrote it.
Wow.
Or it got released then. One of the two. I don't fucking know. I only did partial the work here. Whatever.
Maybe 81.
But no, 61, bro.
Okay. I'll look it up.
Wrote it in 61? Maybe I got it. Yeah, look it up. But that song was immortalized in The Hangover when fucking Tyson fucking knocks Alan out cold. So allegedly, this song is based on a drowning that happened. That Phil Collins may or may not have witnessed. He denies it.
Okay.
So the story goes, someone was close to the drowning, but did nothing to help this person.
Okay.
Phil Collins was farther away, but couldn't do anything because he was too far away. He could see it. He watched it. Nothing I can do. You know, you're half mile away. You see that guy struggling. You know you're not getting there. You know you're not.
Yep.
So Phil says, I wrote this song while I was going through a divorce. I wrote it out of anger. I was mad. He goes, I actually have no idea what this song's about. He goes, I was just mad. I was going through a divorce. I wrote a song. Whatever. I mean, that's him saying, I know what the fuck it's about. You know, whatever. Plausible deniability, right?
Deniability, but it's fine.
I said that. Check tape.
Mara, run that back.
So the lyrics from an Eminem song, Stan, were used about this song.
Okay.
It says, it's in the Eminem song, you know the song by Phil Collins, In the Air of the Night, about that guy who could have saved the other guy from drowning, but didn't. Then Phil saw it all. Then at a show, he found him. That's kind of like how this is. You could have rescued me from drowning. That was in Eminem's song, Stand.
Yeah. Okay.
Did it happen? Did it not happen? Who knows?
Yeah,
I didn't know that until I saw this, and I just thought it'd be cool to talk about him because I'm like, it's Phil Collins. It's a cool song. I like the song. I loved watching it in Hangover. I love watching Mike Tyson beat the fuck out of people.
Yeah, I'm reading this thing. It is like a page fucking long.
That was the thing too. When I come across it,
So
I was like,
long.
holy fuck. I'm like, well, I just need bullet points here. And I just got all of them, but it was actually really neat to read about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think, well, it's strange. A lot of good songwriters call it like going fishing. Like you have to be, I have a theory, Daryl.
Okay.
I think that from, let's say 21 till I'll give to 29, artists are open to whatever the universe is going to drop into them. Like true artists. Lennon, you get Kurt Cobain, you get I'll throw Eddie Vedder in there. I'll throw I think Elvis just stole everyone from fucking the guy that wrote Blue Suede Shoes or whatever. Yeah. But like
Blue what shoes?
Blue Suede Shoes. Blue Suede Shoes. I think
Blue Skechers.
I think that there's a point in your life where you're just fucking wide open to the universe.
Yeah.
And then you see like these guys that, let's say that they're open, they get their songs, the universe drops their shit into them, right? And whatever it is. I heard Anthony Kiedis recently talking to Rogan where he said he was writing Under the Bridge and
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah. Which I'm not even a Red Hot Chili Peppers fan, but he said no, that song came to me. It was a poem. It wasn't even a song. And Rick Rubin made him like, probably the greatest guy in the history of fucking music of all time. Yeah. So
he did a lot of work with Jay-Z too.
Yeah. He did with Johnny Cash too. Yeah. I mean, but you're gifted these things by the universe. I think Edgar Allan Poe, the way he wrote, he was washed up by the time he's 30. Because they get to the point where they've written these things, they've been given these things, and then all of a sudden the universe says, okay, that's it.
Hey, you're only allowed X, and you hit it all till you're 30, so now...
You tapped your well out. You tapped your well out. And maybe the well is one thing. Maybe it's Right Said Fred, I'm too sexy. Like, maybe he was gifted that thing one time. The universe is like, we need some bullshit with some gay guys in fucking mesh shirts. Bam, here you go.
You got a hit. It's going to be one, but it's going to be big.
Well, so another urban legend is the 27 Club. Segue, my friend. So the 27 Club is Kurt Cobain, Mama Cass, Jimi Hendrix.
This is
Amy
all
Winehouse.
these artists, musicians that died at or before 27?
At 27.
At 27.
Yeah. So
also, this could be under conspiracy theory as well.
Maybe.
I think a little bit. I like the urban legend aspect of this too, because
it's kind of strange to think that all these people that, but again, you're open to this place. Like you learn guitar, you learn whatever, and you're open to it, and all of a sudden it just hits, and the world gives you all these great songs, and these great songs give you all the fame, and the fame is what fucking makes you die when you're 27. Yeah. But maybe that's also when the well's dried up. You know, if you look at Lennon and McCartney, Lennon wrote Imagine, I think, after he was 27. He died when he was 40. But his big musical push was between 21 and 27. Yep. You can't find a more prolific time in anyone's life from an art standpoint between those times. So maybe the urban legend is the fact that, fame will fucking ruin you more than anything. But I mean, that shit's scary.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Imagine if one of my kids, Olivia's I want to be a singer. I want to do this, whatever. She's writing stories all the time. Imagine if she
you got 18 more years.
I know.
And it's over.
I know. But imagine
you don't want to be an electrician?
Yeah. But imagine if you see your kid get tapped by that thing and they're just fucking imagine if every song in the world is floating in this cloud, right? And it could be Don McLean. What's the song your kids listen to now? No. What's Brady's song today?
Oh, Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline. Okay. Sweet Caroline, or the premise of it is just this thing floating above every artist on the planet, right? And all of a sudden, it just comes down and hits you like a goddamn lightning bolt. Yeah. And you write that shit.
A dickhole.
Yeah. I read one time that Bob Dylan, and you're probably not a Dylan fan, which is fine.
That's fine.
You got to appreciate the fact.
I can. That was gonna be the next words out of my mouth. I can still appreciate what he did.
Yeah.
I'm just not a fan.
Imagine if your kid is doing that shit and just covering Woody Guthrie songs, and all of a sudden you see your kid write Tambourine Man. And then all of a sudden it's this, and it's the next one. It's the next one. And all of a sudden you're on this, you see this kid on a trajectory of hits because the kid is dialed into the cloud. Not necessarily that the fact that your kid can sit down and write the things. Every artist that you ever hear that has ever written a hit song, usually they'll say, well, no, it just showed up. I think if we're going to talk about urban legends, that's the fucking thing that scares me the most. If you make yourself available to the world will fucking show you shit. Yep. That shit scares me more than anything, because you could have a kid.
I'm still kind of scared of fucking chupacabra though.
For sure. Yeah. If you have goats, especially, or if you fuck goats. But imagine that's the thing that scares me the most. The 27 Club thing is sure, they were all from broken homes. They're all from this. You can do all the math, right?
Yeah.
But
connect the dots, and
they had this prolific time where the fucking universe, a cloudburst is when it's you'll see a landscape and it's totally fine. There's a black cloud, and then just the rain just dumping. Yeah. The rain sometimes just dumps these fucking lyrics into these people, or these concepts in these people, and they write these amazing songs, and then fame fucking fucks them up.
Yeah,
that's scary. That's more scary than drugs. Well, I think they do drugs to deal with the fact that
they're famous.
They're so goddamn open. Yeah. No, I think you do drugs to deal with the fact that you're scared.
Of what?
Of being famous.
But isn't that the whole point though, like when we were all little, we all wanted to be a professional athlete. We wanted to be an actor. We wanted to be famous.
Sure. Yeah.
So I thought that was the goal, to be that.
Yeah.
But then you get that goal and you're unhappy.
It's too much to deal with.
That's why I didn't become famous at all.
Obviously.
Well, I mean, I will soon when we are viral sensations and we're big time in motherfuckers.
I mean, we have the glasses. Check.
Duh.
We have the following. Check. I have the hairline. Not check.
Yeah. We're just going to put big red X by that one.
Yeah. No, that shit scares me the most. Like that 27 Club thing, like fucking really fucks with me. Hang on. What do we have here? We have I want to talk about my boyfriend. Alaska, the Qualipiklik.
It's not that because there's no U after the Q, so it's not qua. It's I think the Q is like a hard. It's like a K. I think.
Kalupikik. Gotcha.
Kalupikik. Kalupalik.
Is it Inuit version of the mermaid or siren calls the children who are wandering too close to the seashore with her humming, and then takes them away in her baby pouch.
Wait, so children that are walking around the beach looking for seashells along the seashore.
Yeah.
Most of them are probably named Sally.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, this Kalupolik says, I have a song and I'm going to sing it. And then get in my pouch. Was she like fucking
she's a kangaroo?
Water kangaroo? You know?
she Rue's mom.
Like a fucking seahorse kangaroo? I mean, I don't get it. And then she's like hums these songs and these tunes, and these kids are like, well, fuck this seashell. I'm gonna go hang out with this bitch humming songs and climb in her pouch and drown.
What's weird is like it's an Alaskan thing, right? So
the water's really cold there.
Sure. And the Bering Sea is a motherfucker. So
it's awful.
I had the kids at the beach in North Carolina, and it was really high waves. And like the second you're at the ocean with your kids, you realize how much you love your kids, you know, like, because if they go out past the break of the waves, they're dead. They're fucking dead.
Caught in a riptide. They're sharks.
Yes, they're gone. Yeah, they're just gone.
Octopi.
So I'm walking with Max, and he's
then they get bit by a fucking what are those jellyfish? And you got piss all over your kids. You're looking around for R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Yo, you got this? I can't do it. I know you can.
I can't piss on my kid. I got this. I believe I can piss. So
all over your children.
This dude comes out of the water. He's got like scuba gear on, stuff like that, and he goes, "Hey, it's sad, right?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, so this guy, your age, was walking with a kid a little bit older than your son, and they're walking hand in hand on the beach, and the ocean just took the kid. Just took him. And they haven't found the kid yet." I mean, so is that like what the Kalupikik is?
And this is just me. There's no U. So I'm thinking the Q is pronounced with a K. I think. I don't know how it works. I'm not
I'd say
it. Kalupalik.
So, I mean,
hey Siri, how do you pronounce that?
Yeah, okay. Oscar. Hey Siri.
How do you pronounce Kalupalik?
How do you pronounce Kalupalik?
Okay, I found this on the web for how do you pronounce Kalupa Lake. Check it out.
That's Keuka Lake. Got it.
It's in our backyard, you bitch. We understand.
This is why I am scared of AI, and I'm also not scared of AI. Because AI is basically functionally the R word, but also we're going to make AI control robots that are also the R word.
R word.
And they're going to just stomp out the human race for no fucking reason. But no, I think people, again, you're looking for reasons why your kids are gone, right? So you're going to blame a siren? You're going to blame the humming? You're going to blame a pouch? No, the fucking ocean is a death trap, period. Period.
I'm scared of it. I'm scared of open water.
Dude, there's this part in this book. It's by Jack Gantos. I forgot what it is, but he was sailing up from Puerto Rico to New York City. And he was like, his dad had like a shipping yard, and this guy shows up and he's like, hey, I need cases, crates, I need false bottoms, but I'll give you $10,000. It's a great book. It's called, I'll send you the book if I find it. So he knows the guy's going to like run drugs. He knows it. So he builds all the crates and...
Welcome to today's episode of All Monsters Go to Space. Today I'm covering the Inuit Kalupalik. She's a
There we go. Yeah, we were right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we did good.
Hey, we fucking enunciated that one well.
Kalupaliki.
There's a person detected by my garage. That was an hour ago, so just help yourself to whatever's out there. Good luck.
So this dude is building crates in this shipyard, and this guy shows up and is like, "Hey, I need false bottoms, and I'll give you $10,000 cash if you sail with me from here to New York City." So he's like, "Sure, I'll do that." They load all the bottom the false crates with like marijuana. They have 10,000 pounds of weed, and they're sailing up. And the scariest part of this book, not the fact that he's like carting drugs up through the fucking eastern seaboard, not the fact that they're going to cart drugs into the New York City. They're going to go into the Hudson Bay with a ship filled with fucking drugs. There's this part where he is sailing up, and the guy wasn't a good navigator, so he's like, we just need to keep the lights to the left of us. Okay, so they're not going out too far. It's dark water. There's no moon. Stars are bigger than fucking beach balls. And he ties a rope to his leg, and he jumps off the back of the boat. And he just lets the boat drag him, and he's floating in a dark water with a dark sky behind a boat. And that's like this. The book is great. It's written perfectly. The guy went through a lot of bullshit. There's a lot of fucking hard parts in that book. I had never been more scared in my life reading anything than that. Like, can you imagine being on the back of a boat? You tie a fucking rope to your foot. You jump in the back. I couldn't do it.
You're basically the fake seal during Shark Week.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you are.
I couldn't do it. That scared me.
I went on a cruise in like 2008. And we went to this island. I think it was, I don't know what island it was, one of the Saint Islands in the Eastern Caribbean. The Grand Tetons were in the background. And there was this huge cove. Yeah, no, they big titties. And there was this cove. And they had this bar, and anybody that went there could leave their like favorite college or NFL team flag, and they would hook it up. This whole thing was full of fucking flags. It was awesome. And you could rent snorkel gear for $10 or $15. I've never been snorkeling. I don't know how to snorkel.
Sure.
I'm like, but I kind of want to see some cool shit. It's like one of the last days here. So I got a bucket of beer. I sat in the sand, drank my beer. I'm like, I'm going snorkeling. I have a problem. That's why I can't scuba dive, because I know my breathing is fucked up. I started to panic.
Yeah.
So there was like a dock 50 yards out. Water was probably about 15 feet deep. So I swam out to the dock, face down, fucking snorkel, kept flopping over. I had to get the thing right because I kept sucking the water in while I was trying to breathe. Sure. And you see the fish, and a turtle would float by, whatever. It's pretty cool. So I'm like, all right. And again, it's a big fucking cove, horseshoe thing. And then once the points came together, and it was about probably 50 yards wide.
The breakers, right?
That's out. That's open water.
Yeah.
Okay. So off to the left side, there's dudes jumping off the rocks with the mask and a snorkel. And still don't understand how that works. They hold their breath or whatever, and they swim right down. and they're grabbing conch shells.
Sure.
And bringing them back up. So
Conch.
I started conch. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but we'll figure it out.
My cock.
You can look it up. And
hey boys.
So I'm like, I just start swimming. I'm just going the fucking waves, and I look over. And there's an elderly couple, and they got like these orange vests on with a little flag on the top of it, and they're snorkeling. I'm like, hey, I'm new to this. You guys mind if I swim with you just in case something goes wrong? They're like, no, come on. So they're like, we'll show you some shit. So we go over near the edge, and you rock lobsters. I'm fucking the only time I've ever seen those motherfuckers is in the tank at Red Lobster. And here I am seeing them in the wild. And I'm seeing Nemo, and I'm seeing all this cool shit. Turtles fucking going by. I'm like, this is fucking cool, man. The entire time I spent doing this, head on a fucking swivel, waiting for fucking the shark to come.
Jaws, the whole thing.
That's all I was waiting for.
Yeah.
And I told people, I'm like, I'm scared as fuck. They're like, there's no sharks here. I'm like, how do you know? I'm like, there's just not. I'm like, I don't want to die.
Yeah, your intuition doesn't make me feel any better. Yeah.
And it was the same thing when Chris and I were in Aruba 8 years ago for a honeymoon. We went on a pirate ship snorkel thing. And the first stop was in a little rough water. It was kind of wavy out there. And they told everybody, if you're not a strong swimmer, stay in the boat. I'm like, I can swim. And I went out there, and there's a fucking U-boat laying on its side with a huge hole in the side of it. All I'm thinking about is the fucking shark that's going to come blasting out of there and eat every one of our assholes.
Yeah.
We're all going to die. Get back on the boat. I'm like, yo, there's no sharks? He's like, no, they're all on the north side of the island. I'm like, wait, but there are sharks? He's like, there's been one shark sighted on the south side of the island in history. He goes, it just wandered over here, and he goes, it was gone. They saw it, though. I go, why are they on the north side? He goes, that's where they dump all the garbage from the hotel business.
Yeah.
He goes, that's where they feed. He goes, they have
no that's where reason
to leave.
Yeah, that's where the fish are. Yeah.
And that's where Natalie Holloway is.
Yeah.
Was.
Well, so did you know this? Urban legend, Daryl. In 1916, 4 people.
We're going to shut this down here shortly.
A 10-year-old Jersey boy were killed in a shark attack along the New Jersey shore. This series of attacks inspired the Jaws.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
I just thought Spielberg was like, hey, sharks are cool. I'm going to make a movie about it.
So apparently.
I got to pee quick.
Sure.
Do this so I can hear you.
Apparently.
Speak. There we go.
Yep. Apparently. These kids were swimming in like an in-water basin. So like brackish water where sharks never come into. And because it was like unusually like warm temperatures, the shark swam upstream and got lost and swam up the creek or up the inlet into the creek into a watering hole and just feasted on kids. And that's where like the idea of Jaws came from. And the shark was killed like quickly. It wasn't like this like weird thing that was like menacing and like attacking a whole community, but like that's where like the origin of Jaws came from. It's kind of crazy. Kind of scary. Damn. Can you imagine like, no, this is where it's fine. Your friend's like, I don't know, I see something in the water. Like, oh, fuck you. You're like, of course we talk shit to your friend that's being cautious, you know?
That's where the phrase "come on in, the water's fine" came from.
yeah, of course. Yeah. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know if I have anything else.
No, I'm always. I got a quick one. I got two more. Well, one was Mothman.
Yeah.
Just watch the movie. Slender Man. I thought, I'm like, fuck, man, this is gonna be cool as fuck. I started reading about it. I'm like, it's a pop culture icon. My bullet points are, I thought this was way cooler, and the next bullet point is, but it totally sucked, the whole story, because it was made up.
Yeah, well,
for a cartoon or comic or whatever. But I do got another one here.
Go ahead.
I don't know, in your adventures of looking our topic up today, did you ever come across the urban legend of the licked hand?
No.
It's kind of fucked up. the more I looked into it.
Okay.
All right, so forgot where this take place. I didn't write that down. Yeah, sorry. Look it up yourself. It's called the licked hand.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Kristen, we talked about this before. We talked about the Gutenberg Cemetery. I talked about the fucking handprints on my car. I talked about how that still fucking freaks me out.
Tell that story. I got to pee real quick. Okay, tell the story.
Which story?
The cemetery.
I told this one before. We talked about this. Adam brought it up the other day. He's
Who
like,
cares?
"You gotta talk."
I got to pee.
Oh, fuck.
Kristen.
So, a small town where I live, across the first little hill into this little valley, there was a cemetery there, and it was a children's cemetery. I cannot remember the whole premise of why it was a children's cemetery. It has something to do with a doctor, whatever. It was Gutenberg Cemetery because that was the name of the road, and it dead ended at the cemetery. And everybody told us when we were in our teens that weird shit happened there. You go there on Halloween night, and you would abortions. Yes, that's what it was. That there was an abortion place there, and all the dead kids ended up in it. Aborted kids ended up in that cemetery. And on Halloween, the street used to be lined with cars. It was weird. It was pitch fucking black back there. And there's always stories about you would be walking or standing there and you would get touched by something and nothing was anywhere near you. So the one day we went back there and it was around Halloween. I know it wasn't at Halloween because it's always busy there. And I had my old Ford Taurus, four-door fucking Taurus. And we parked and we were walking around. We were all talking and goofing. And obviously we're fucking young and don't believe into this whole fucking thing. So we do all this shit and nobody felt a ghost or felt weird or that cold feeling you get, I guess, when an entity is around or whatever. So, all right, that's cool. So we come back to my car and there was another car there and we were kind of parked perpendicular and the other car starts up and its headlights shined on the passenger side of my car. And obviously I'm driving a shitty Ford Taurus. I never, ever, ever would wash. I didn't care. It was a beater car. And the lights come on. The window comes down and I'm like, holy fuck. I'm like, what? They're like, look at your car. I'm like, what? I'm like, nobody's here. Nobody hit it. What's wrong with it? Down the passenger side. Oh, fuck. I'm getting fucking goosebumps. I hate this fucking story. Oh, down the passenger side of my car are handprints from a child. My fucking asshole hair is starting to stand up.
Daddy.
I have never been so fucking spooked in my entire life. Like I said, I called bullshit on this. It was 4 miles from my house. My friends fucking lived down there. Went to school and hung out with people that grew up around there. I never bought into this. My fucking leg hair. God damn, I need. Oh.
But there are some things that happen to you in your life where you're just like
that was the moment right there.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not buying into that I believe in ghosts or anything. That fucking day happened. I can't explain it. There was my car, my friend's car. There were 6 or 7 of us walking around the fucking woods through the cemetery. And why the fuck are there kids' handprints on the side of my fucking car? I've never wanted to burn a car, my clothes, and myself more than that ever happened at night.
That's great. That's awesome.
But anyhow, back to where it's going on fucking 1:30 here. I gotta go to bed soon. I got a day tomorrow. I know.
Yeah.
Pick pumpkins or something. Drink beer.
Sure. Cool.
The licked hand.
Yeah. Okay.
So, mom and dad says, we're going out for the night. Little girl's staying home. I don't know how old she was, and it really didn't say. She's just a young girl. Stayed at home, her and her dog. Okay. First time she's home alone. So she's chilling, watching TV.
We'll say 14.
Yeah, that actually is probably a plausible age for how this story goes. She's watching TV and the news comes on. There's a killer loose in her neighborhood. Fuck, man. What do you do? What's the first thing you do if you're watching the news and there's a killer in your neighborhood? You lock the doors, right?
Lock doors, find gun, go to a room, have your back to the wall.
Yep. So she locks all the doors, except she never goes down the basement. Didn't lock the window.
Okay.
So she's like, I've had enough. Mom and Dad will be home soon. I'm going to go to bed. Come on, doggo. Cosmo, let's go.
Sure.
Takes Cosmo to bed. So, middle of the night, she wakes up and hears this dripping noise, like faucets leaking. Doesn't know what it is. Seems like it's coming from the bathroom. All right. Rolls over, is like, fuck, man. I don't know. I'm a little scared. I don't want to get up and check it out. It's probably just the faucet dripping, but it could be the boogeyman. Could be the killer in the neighborhood. Who knows?
Wait, so does she get up and check?
No, she's too scared.
Okay. Yeah,
she's too scared. She's like, I don't want to get out of bed. The whole thing. You put your foot on the floor, the boogeyman grabs you by the ankle and pulls you on the bed and rapes you and all that shit.
Well,
so
I don't know if the boogeyman rapes, but go ahead.
Whatever. Certain boogeymans rape. I mean, mine raped. Whatever.
Or Kelly Man. Or Kelly Man rapes.
So she reaches over the bed and pets the dog. She's reaching for the dog, pet him. Hey, Cosmo, thanks for keeping me safe. Her hand gets licked. Dog says, I got you. Licks her hand.
Sure.
She wakes up in the morning, thirsty as fuck. Go to the bathroom, grab a drink of water, finds her dog hanging from the shower head, gutted. The dripping noise she heard was the blood dripping in the shower. Drip, drip. On the wall in the bathroom, written in the dog's blood is, humans can lick too.
Fuck. Ew.
Yeah, bro.
So that's a good ghost story, but are there any instances of people being in places where their hands get licked or?
I didn't look into that.
So if I was a urban legendologist, I would probably flag that as saying that's a ghost story.
Yeah.
That's a like Phil said, tell it at the campfire.
Yeah.
That's fucked
Phil's
up.
back?
Though. Yeah, Phil though. What's up? That's fucked up though.
Yeah,
I don't like that at all. No. There's not one part of me that likes this.
No. So at first it just got it piqued my interest while I was looking through the list. It said Wikipedia gave me the A to Z list, and I was like, the licked hand. I'm like, what's up with that? Antithesis.
I know. I'm trying to see if I have any other ones.
My fucking, I like Bigfoot. I'm like, well, fucking Bigfoot's Bigfoot. We all know Bigfoot's real.
I thought it'd be cool to look at the Mothman or whatever. But
that movie was so good. It was spooky. It was good, and the more you read about it, it wasn't just one or two people.
It's a lot of people.
There was a lot of people that witnessed this. And I actually have a note about this.
Part of me thinks too. So the expansion of America kind of happened when throughways came into play, right? So highways came into play. So if you look at a lot of the urban legends that started to pop up, like the Mothman, is there any? You can yell that?
No, I hear a noise.
It
ain't my dog.
Is your hand licked? Please.
It's wet.
Please, goddamn. That's because you came on it. No, is there any I don't know if the word be like confluence. Is there any like so these small towns are becoming irrelevant because the routes are changing because of the highways.
Yeah.
So did the Mothman become a thing to try to be like a destination place to go stop by the small town versus take the thruway?
Yeah, I was like, it started in like some bumfuck
in
town,
West
West
Virginia.
Virginia.
Yeah.
Point
Yeah.
Pleasant.
Yeah. But like a lot of those places, a lot of those places were on the route. Like, so like Route 66 was like the fucking way to go from Chicago all the way down to fucking
Midwest of Cali, right?
I think it's San Diego. I think you take 66 all the way to San Diego.
Where's San Diego? What state?
California.
Okay.
California.
So, that's what I said. Yeah. Cali. I don't know where it ended, but it ended in California.
Yeah, and I said, San Diego.
Yeah. Well, you got
which means
the whale's vagina.
Whale's vagina. Yeah.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
So, I just wonder, like, if a lot of those guys got together and was like, "Hey, they're going to divert like all." Sorry, defart.
We need to add this real quick.
No, we're going to divert all the traffic away from us. What are we gonna do? I don't know. Fucking Mothman. I don't know. Fucking,
we're gonna sell mugs and T-shirts and we're rich.
Yeah.
All right. So, Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Blah, blah, blah. It was a fucking man-sized bird creature. It was something. They said it was a large creature, red eyes, and the picture showed, and that was the consistent theory was it had red eyes, and big ass fucking wings. Yeah, they said like 10-foot wings. So there was a biologist that went on record saying, and I don't know what this is, I didn't have time to look it up, that it could have been a sandhill crane. I don't know if there's something loose on my sunglasses that keeps moving, but I see it's something on my corner of my eye, and I'm trying not to shit my pants right now. I don't know what a sandhill crane is. I don't know if it's big. Like a blue heron here is huge. They don't look big. They got a giant wingspan.
I mean, hold on. I'll bring one up. I'm not seeing it.
And it said the sandhill crane could have possibly wandered out of its migration route.
Sure.
And headlights or flashlights could have flashed off its eyes and it could have looked red. I don't know.
Sure. Okay. Here you go. And
at the same time this all happened, Batman, the TV series, just hit television. And by the way, the Batman the movie was awesome. So,
you watched the new one?
No.
Okay.
I mean, at the time, like Batman, like Adam West.
Yeah, sure.
And Michael Keaton was the champ.
So people are thinking this.
Not people. A biologist said it could have been one of these. As you see, it's got red around its eyes. Mm-hmm. So at night, flashlight headlight hits it, and they said it could have wandered off its migration route. That is the plausible reason they talked about Mothman. What it could have been, but there's so many people. Like volunteer firefighters, police people. Like there wasn't just fucking Jim Bob and fucking Lucille, bumfuck with their fucking meth lab that said, "Oh, we saw this." I'm like, "Oh, you guys are a crack, whatever." And there was many, many, many instances of this thing getting reported.
Yeah, the coolest part about like a lot of the urban legends is that like reputable people go like, "Hey, no, I saw it."
Yeah.
That's what's fucked up. Like, if you watch, like, the hunting Bigfoot shows, it's all fat white people that never fucked anybody looking for Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Like, sure.
This is our claim to fame. We're going to sell more T-shirts here.
You guys all go in the woods and not fuck anybody and just stay away and, like, don't kill your stepmom. It's cool. But some of these urban legends, like, are, like, verified by people, which... Like cops and whatever. That's awesome to me.
So you get a little bit of plausibility there, and I don't know, man. Could some of this shit be real? Sure. Like Bigfoot has been a thing since I was a kid. I've always been interested in it. I mean, I'm not going to go in the woods and hunt for fucking Sasquatch, but
sure.
I mean, they're coming up with footprints, and something that big is hard to explain what it actually is. I mean, what's got a footprint that's 18 inches to 2 feet? What does? A fucking bear.
Ortez.
It's a footprint, a dick print.
Oh, dick print. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Whoops. Oopsie daisy.
But yeah, I mean, like Loch Ness Monster. Is that an urban legend?
I would say yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, I know they've been trying to explain away what it is or what it isn't, but nobody's been on either side correctly. It's still there, allegedly. Nessie.
The fucked up part is like if you don't find it, so you can't disprove it. But if the fact that you can't see it should disprove it.
Yeah.
You know, that's the weird part.
And then here's the other thing. It's like, you know, you heard about it so much back in the 80s and everything. When was the last time anybody said they actually saw it?
Like
30 years ago?
Yeah. Before iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before, like, there's a billion videos a day about people in the New York City subway, you know? So there's not a subway monster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone in the subway is a goddamn monster.
Fucking cretin.
There's not one. There's everyone. Yeah. So whatever. All right. Well, this didn't go well. So.
Well, as well as we expected it, right?
Sure.
I got fucking A+ written on all my fucking pages, so apparently I passed. Fucking urban legend class.
You did great. All right, we'll get out of here.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed. I have to hunt pumpkins tomorrow.
Cool. You know they just are sitting there.
They're wily though, man. You're like, this is a great pumpkin. You pick it up and your thumb goes through its butthole.
It's like, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah. And your fucking seat's wet. You're like, it was a pumpkin. You know from here on out that is going to be a fucking joke that you
Dude, for sure.
For everything. Something happens, you're like, oh man, I don't know what happened.
Let her feel though.
Why's your seat wet?
Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Fucking seat wet. I mean, if that's not the biggest way to cover up cheating.
Dude, and the funny thing too is off air, like, you know, like we have fucking green room meetings. Sure. We just kind of shoot the shit before we do this. And that was the one thing you came up with. That was your big thing. You're like, night, Kristen. Night, Philda.
Good night.
Thank you for entertaining us.
Yes.
As much as we hope we entertained you. And Kristen, that was a fucking great.
Oh my God.
Drop.
The best.
Fucking Giselle line. God. But I have no idea what we're talking about.
The seat wet thing.
Huh?
The seat wet.
Yeah, you know that you and I are at any point we're talking about random shit. And you're like, why's your seat wet? And that's then we're both gonna go in hysterics and laugh and try to explain it away.
Hey, where is he? I don't know. Is the seat wet? I don't know.
Even more of a fucking urban legend for why your seat's wet.
Just gonna do this. Yeah. Yeah, it's gross.
You're gonna come up for the golf tournament, and just before you get in my truck, I'm gonna take my water bottle and just drip a little water. Or your seat wet. Whoa,
Chupacabra. I'd be more afraid of the Chupacabra.
Wait, where's my wallet?
Hitler tried to get rid of the goddamn Chupacabras, but thank God the U.S. stepped in. All right, we'll get out of here.
Yeah. We need to. That was a long one. Fuck, that was 2 hours. I'm definitely not getting laid tonight. Thanks, asshole. Really love. You're the best.
Hey, love you too. Hey, Daryl, keep fucking that chicken, man.
I have nothing but a chupacabra in my pants.
Yeah, this is where the seat's wet. All right. See you guys. Well, I'll be here next week with a guest host, hopefully.
Possibly.
And
I'm out.
We'll see.
Taking my wife to greatest city on earth for
my wife.